Casey. She's so funny. And I love going on after Josh because he makes me feel butch. So I live in West Hollywood, but I was born in Pittsburgh. And I love going home to visit because in Pittsburgh, I'm considered hot. It's true. I'll break down the numbers for you. In Pittsburgh, I'm an 8. In Los Angeles County, I'm a 5. And as a male in West Hollywood, I'm a 2.6. Now, that 2.6 is really important because, or the 0.6 is really important because if you drop down to 2.5 or below, the city council can have you deported to Reseda. When I was a kid, I had an imaginary friend. His name was Carlos Danger. And the best thing about having an imaginary friend, you didn't get that at all. I feel like that might be a little old, that joke now, and now I know. The best thing about having an imaginary friend is that you can tell people that he's anywhere. So my mom would be coming out of the bathroom and I'd be like, Carlos saw you pooping. Or my dad would be sharpening a knife and I'd say, Dad, you just stabbed Carlos! Now, psychologists will tell you that most imaginary friends just disappear as the kid gets older, but my parents actually got so jumpy that they suffocated Carlos with a make-believe pillow. My dad is a German engineer, so he is very focused on the proper placement of every scene! Doesn't talk like that. When I was growing up, the worst time of the year for Dad was Christmas. Not because he is a German and therefore cannot experience joy, but actually because there is no Christmas tree in the world that stands at a perfect 90-degree angle to the ground. And so my dad would go out and he would buy this majestic 10-foot spruce, and he would haul it upright and he would screw the thing in, and he would measure it with his giant protractor. And it would never be perfect. So we'd start to work sawing and sanding and swearing. So for me, the soundtrack of Christmas wasn't Jingle Bells, it was Scheiße! Scheiße! And by the time Christmas came around, the tree would be 18 inches tall. So a lot of people are concerned about drones, right? I love drones. I just think they haven't been used for their proper purpose, which is, of course, delivering sushi. Imagine, if you will, a sky full of refrigerated drones, armed not with missiles, but with scallops. You place your order on an app called Flying Fish. The drone gets a GPS lock on you, and 3 seconds after you thought the word sushi, volcano roll. One piece of advice though, make sure to tip your drone, or it will kill you with a laser. You know what you never hear? Let's ask the guy with the neck tattoo. I bet he knows. So, you know the old expression, time flies when you're having fun? I believe the reverse is also true, so that if I can keep myself at just the right pitch of depression, time will stand still and I will live forever. Now the only problem with this plan is that I am this ridiculous optimist, right? So I have armed myself with an arsenal of bummers to keep in mind just in case I start feeling too good about things. So bummer number 1. The low point of my life so far was when I was working as a cater waiter. Cater waiter is pretty funny, huh? You know what else is funny? Wookie bookie. Every time he loses a bet, he goes, working as a cater waiter, and we're doing past appetizers, right? And this mountain range of a woman grabs my arm and says, "You stay here." And she then proceeds to shove 27 pizza poppers into her mouth without swallowing once. And her mouth is sort of churning like a cement mixer, and her cleavage is filling up with pepperoni. And she turns to me and says, "I'm going to think about you when I throw up later." Didn't you feel time stand still? So the second bummer requires me to put the microphone back. And that is that I am a depressingly bad dancer. So you know they talk about the white man's overbite, right? I can't even do that. I have the white man's underbite. So every time I step on the dance floor, I look like a pug. I have one dance move. Yep. It's the Belinda Carlisle. And you notice the feet don't move. The feet cannot move. This is actually exactly what I would look like if I were stuck in quicksand. Bummer number 3. I would like to do for you the saddest impression in the world. This is a sloth hailing a taxi. Very sad. I have one more growing up joke for you. When I was growing up, we had both cats and dogs. We had 3 cats, 3 dogs, and so there was a lot of competition for attention. And the dogs had the sweet puppy dog eyes and the licking your hand and the rolling over, and the cats had a lawyer. Thank you very much. My name's Chris Piehler.